Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Ed Byrne. Thank you. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Welcome. Thank you very much for coming along. It's a DVD, and some of it might be shown on TV, so I'll be keeping it clean. There'll be no swearing, bad language, or dirty talk. No, none of that. Because as my mother always says, if you have to swear to get laughs, then you're obviously a cunt. And that's been advice I've taken very much to heart. Of course I will. Not only that, but I'll be smoking. Ha! I'll be drinking and smoking all the way through this, just to remind you of the fact that I've got a job where I can drink and smoke while I'm at work. It's a non-smoking building, and I am sorry about that, but, otherwise, after about 10 minutes, it gets like, isn't it funny how fucking nothing's funny anymore? So, these are performance-enhancing drugs, basically. And I know it does piss off the non-smokers, but not nearly as much as it pisses off the smokers, trust me. They get the right arse with it, Well, that's one of the reasons I actually wanted to record my DVD here. Not just the fact that this has always been a great place for me to play, but also because I can smoke here. I can't do that back in Dublin, because you can't smoke anywhere in Ireland now. Any place of work is the law. That obviously includes bars. Now, by the time this DVD is released, it'll probably be the same here. But, for now, in fact, anyone watching, this is a document of what things used to be like. People used to smoke indoors. Yes, it's hard to believe now. I'd go back and I'd just be forgetting. I'd be in a pub, I'd go to light up a cigarette and the barman would be like, you can't smoke that in here, you'll have to take it outside, that's the law. I'm like, fine, fair enough, I forgot. And I'd be on my way and he'd go, but you can't take your beer outside. I'm like, you're just trying to fucking annoy me now, aren't you? I'd have to leave me beer just inside the door and just stand outside and just look at me beer while I'm smoking me bag. And I could feel the beer looking back at me, it's like me, the beer, the fag, we all know in our hearts we belong together. Trying to separate cigarettes and alcohol, that's against God's will. The reason they brought it in is to protect the health of the worker, is the idea. I say the workers, all of them. There isn't just one bloke doing all the work in Ireland. Don't smoke around him, for God's sake. He's doing the work of 3 million people. He gets lung cancer, we're all fucked. The workers, And I'm all for, sort of workers' rights and stuff like that. That's fair enough. But imagine if you're working in a pub in some real rough-arse part of inner city North Dublin, like Finglas or Coolock or Ballymun or Ballyfermot or Darndale. The list goes on. And you're working in a real rough-arse pub and you're built like, say, me. And you've got to go up to some bloke who looks like he's been lured down from a mountain with a hunk of meat. And is just trying to enjoy his post-fight cigarette. And you've got to tell him to put it out. Somewhere in the back of your head, you're going to be thinking, oh, thank you so much to the government for looking after my health. Somewhere in the back of your head, where your nose is about to be. No, it's just... And the people I feel sorry for in Ireland are the passive smokers. These people have been smoking passively all their drinking lives. You're sitting in pubs now going, isn't it great there's no smoking in pubs? It's fantastic. We clothes don't stink, there's no ashtrays full of muck. It's fantastic. But why do I feel so terribly on edge all of a sudden? Where's this urge to bite my fingernails right off my hand coming from? Because I did think about giving up smoking, but I decided not to, because I'm not a quitter. And I know that every cigarette I smoke takes 5 minutes off my life, but I also know it takes 10 minutes to smoke it. That's a clear 5-minute net gain, I reckon. And as a smoker, I have nothing against non-smokers. They're fine by me. Even rampant anti-smokers are fine. I understand completely your point of view. The people I hate as a smoker are occasional smokers. Part-time puffers. You know the sort? Sort of like, oh, I only smoke when I'm drinking. I only smoke when I'm really nervous. And I only smoke your fags. Never buy the fucking things for myself. I hate those pricks. I don't begrudge giving somebody a cigarette, get them started on the habit, eventually they get hooked, buy a pack, give you one back one day. It's fine, it's almost like an investment, really. But it doesn't work like that with these people, because you give them a fag and then they don't even smoke the fucking thing. They take it off you and they do this. You're like, smoke it. Smoke it, I'm going to stick it in your neck in a second. The smoke's going in your lungs one way or another, you decide. Eat it or smoke it, I'm not kidding. It's the cigarette you bought with your hard-earned money and gave them out of the goodness of your admittedly quite weak heart. And just wasting it in front of your very eyes. Do you have any idea how annoying that is to watch? Those used to do it, because you fuckers are everywhere. Imagine how you'd feel if you were to buy somebody a beer, and they would go, cheers, thanks very much. Particularly if you're sitting in the front row. Stick around for the wanking material, you'll love it. Don't really know if that joke's worth the amount of beer that's wasted in telling it. The other thing that really annoys me at the smoking ban, particularly in Ireland, and the fact that Ireland had it so early before the rest of Europe as well, is the fact that it's the Irish just trying to be American. That's what gets me, because America was the first place to have it. You know, it's America, California, first place to have a statewide ban on smoking. I remember being in California after they brought in that smoking ban, and then going back to Ireland and doing jokes about it. Should have kept my fucking mouth shut. Then they had it in New York, and then they had it in Ireland, and it's just the Irish just trying to be American. That's all it is. Anything America does, Ireland has to do as well. You know. Next thing you know, the Irish are going to start saying aluminum, and that'll be the last straw as far as I'm concerned. If that happens, I'm not going back. Everyone's got their own reasons to dislike Americans. Aluminum's top of my fucking list, ladies and gentlemen. Aluminum cans, aluminum... What the fuck's aluminum foil? Honestly. Everyone knows it's pronounced tin. Yeah, get it right. I shouldn't be slagging Americans. Actually, the best holiday I ever went on was to the States. I went to the Grand Canyon. It's a brilliant place. Anyone ever been? Yeah. Some woman over there said no. No one's been. You're making it up. I went there because it was voted #1. It was the BBC holiday programme did a big survey. The top 50 places you'd like to visit before you die. Which I thought was quite a morbid way to ask what would otherwise have been quite a jolly question. Not where would you like to go, where would you like to go before you die? Come on, hurry up, time's ticking away. Make your decision. Where will you most regret not having visited when you're lying on your deathbed covered in your own shit? Where? But the Grand Canyon was voted #1, and I'm not surprised, because it's fucking brilliant, right? In fact, I think they should call it the fucking Brilliant Canyon. Because Grand Canyon's just not... grand. In Ireland... I'm going to go out on a limb here. Are you two Irish? Did you get that done for St. Patrick's Day and then think, oh, fuck, I should really... I'll leave it on. Fuck it looks grand. Whereabouts are you from? Tipperary. I'm familiar with this. Why are you laughing at him from being Tipperary? I know, it's a long way from here. I know, I'm familiar with it. But you know yourself, in Ireland, if you're not even feeling that well, if you say you're a bit hungover, a bit fluey or something like that, and someone says, how are you? You'll go, grand. You know, based on that, I was expecting the Grand Canyon to be a bit shit. It's not. How's that canyon? Grand, I suppose. It's not, it's fucking brilliant. My only problem with the Grand Canyon, though, is Americans are a little bit too proud of it for my liking. Because they're very proud of it. They are. They love it. I spent 2.5 weeks in that Grand Canyon, and if one more American was to say to me, hey, bet you don't have anything like this in Ireland, huh? There was going to be trouble, honestly. They are so proud of that hole in the ground, you think they all got together one day with a load of shovels and dug it them fucking selves. And let's face it, if they were going to do that, they'd have gotten the Irish to do it for them anyway. So... I don't mean to be slagging. I do like Americans. They've done a lot to be proud of, to be honest with you. They invented Jack Daniels, they invented Coca-Cola, they put the two together. They're a thinking people. But a man on the moon, gave us Marlboro cigarettes, Bill Hicks, Jimi Hendrix, they've done a lot to be proud of. But the Grand Canyon was like that when they found it. And it's not like it was hard to find. The fucker's huge. But you don't have anything like this in Ireland, huh? Yeah, if we did, we wouldn't have anywhere to put it. Stupid thing to say. Move Limerick, we've a big canyon coming in. Actually, not a bad idea. I don't know if you've ever been to Limerick. Limerick, you're a lady. A big, ugly, scary lady with a knife. No, it was a great trip. 2.5 weeks I was there. Rafting every day, camping under the stars.